In the US, people tend to live an average of 77 years. That means you only have 12 years to make the most of your life after you leave at age 65. You might get to enjoy that time if you are fortunate enough to be there. You just sit around and you wait to die if you're not. And maybe your health is bad. It doesn't have to be this way, but that stinks. You may truly retire early in as little as 7 years if you never make that much money. Not having a lot of money ever. I know this because I've seen people done it. Currently, I would like to outline a year-by-year plan on how to retire in 7 years. There are several methods to achieve this, but this is the route many followed. Before diving in, let's quickly discuss savings rates. This topic will be discussed later in the video, so it's important for you to grasp the connection between your savings rate and early retirement. Unless you happen to win the lottery or receive a windfall, your income level doesn't really matter, whether it's $200,000, $500,000, or $50,000 per year. It's crucial to focus on your savings rate. With a savings rate of only 5%, you can retire in 66 years and sustain your lifestyle forever. If you increase it to 30, you will be able to take retirement in 28 years. Increase it to 75 and you could retire in 7.1 years. You can speed up the process, but it depends on whether you aim to build up enough wealth to sustain yourself indefinitely without needing to work. Ensure that your expenses are significantly lower than your income. First, minimize expenses. Okay, so first year is going to be dull, but it's also crucial because that's when you start to save money. Basically, you want to minimize all of your expenses as much as possible. Housing, transportation, food. Cut out spending wherever you can, because your goal in the first year is to try to save around $10,000. You can see how to do it all in this video. Anyway, that concludes the first year. Now, let's continue saving money. Moving into the second year, the focus is on continuing to saving money while also exploring opportunities for additional income. At a certain stage, there is a limit to how much money you can save, which is why increasing your income is crucial. You have essentially two methods for pursuing side gigs. One way is by exchanging your time for additional funds. Consider working for DoorDash, driving with Uber, or taking a part-time job. All of those are positive attributes. However, each of these activities require exchanging time for money. Therefore, one must decide to transition to the alternative option of starting a business. For myself, I began a YouTube channel, but it might take a few years before you start earning any income from it. You could consider debuting a startup company or setting up an online store. It would be great if you could perform this task from a laptop at any location, as we will discuss further in this video. It may take some time to see returns, but with patience, your efforts will pay off and you will start to see the benefits of compound interest growing significantly over time. It is crucial to take action if you wish to avoid the need to accumulate a large sum of money, such as $1.2 million. This video doesn't even touch on the stock market. We are taking a unique approach. By the end of the second year, the aim is to have $25,000 put away through a combination of economical spending and additional income from a side job. Consider increasing your earnings from your primary job, especially during the initial 2 years. Now, in the third year, you have accumulated savings of $25,000. Although it may not seem like retirement, the impact will compound over time. This is the perfect opportunity to start your journey into real estate investing with a house hack. Essentially, a house hack involves purchasing a 2 to 4 unit multifamily property using a first-time home buyer FHA loan with a down payment of 3.5%. Currently, you may not have a significant amount of money on hand. One strategy I often recommend is offering $310,000 with $10,000 allocated towards your closing expenses. This strategy allows you to save $10,000 in cash and apply it towards the loan, which will be spread out over a 30-year period without you having to directly pay that amount. By saving $10,000, you will have more money in the future compared to now. When you purchase the property, consider living in one unit while renting out the other 2 to cover your expenses like mortgages, taxes, and insurance. And you will want to set aside those funds for what lies ahead. Fourth year, expanding. By now, your side gig is starting to take off. You are enjoying rent-free living, you are building up your savings, and everything is going well. This is the point where significant developments begin to unfold. I am convinced that this is the most efficient method to achieve financial freedom. This time, you plan to purchase another property with a first-time home buyer loan, aiming for a 3 or 4 unit building. When purchasing my second property, you might might opt for a conventional loan with a 5% down payment. Many people assume you're limited to using a first-time home buyer loan only once, but that's not the case. You can actually use it again if your new home represents an improvement in your living circumstances. This could involve downsizing to a property with fewer units or moving to a nicer, larger unit in a better location. Essentially, as long as your new home is a step up from your current one, you are eligible. So, relocate to a new place this year. Vacate your initial property. You will transition it into a rental. Ideally, this rental income should yield anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per month. Year 5 is upon us, and we are inching closer to our goal. At this juncture, you have several options to consider. Achieving financial independence offers countless paths, and I will outline that I believe to be the most effective route. However, it's important to note that I'm not a financial advisor, just someone sharing personal insights. Everyone's circumstances differ, so keep that in mind. Now, let's maximize your income. If you are keen to enhance your financial situation, consider subscribing for more tips. As for year 5, you've got choices. You could opt to continue house hacking, or you might decide to ease off a bit and concentrate on optimizing your current assets. Your primary focus should be on maximizing your income. There are various strategies you can explore to achieve this. This could be the perfect opportunity to dedicate a few months or even an entire year to developing your side hustle. Strive to establish it successfully, aiming to generate anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 per month. With consistent effort over 3 to 4 years, achieving this level of income should be attainable. Additionally, consider optimizing your housing situation by utilizing Airbnb for any available units. While this may not be feasible in every location, it's a viable option in many areas. Personally, I've seen people transform a 4-bedroom unit by adding an extra bathroom. This allowed to divide the space and operate 4 separate Airbnbs, all sharing common areas. This arrangement effectively doubled rental income. With second property, it was possible to cover approximately $2,600 a month for mortgage, taxes, and insurance. However, with both the Airbnb and the second unit rent out, it was possible to earn around $5,000 monthly. After deducting mortgage expenses, it left with roughly $2,000 per month, accounting for Airbnb costs. Despite these expenses, the additional income was substantial. Running the Airbnb served as a lucrative side business, generating nearly half of the day job's income. Now, look for long-term success. Year 6 is here, and while this may be your final move, it's definitely not the last one. This is the place where you should relocate to a longer-term address. For example, you can move into this property, which is essentially a duplex because it is a single-family home with an attached home. Monthly housing bills might be around $1,200 as a result, which is more than you could pay for the mediocre single bedroom in our city. That will thus significantly reduce the amount we require for pension. When monthly costs will become so cheap, another 3.5% down and $10K nearer close, just like we've done. If not, after 2 years of saving, you might purchase a home with 20% down on a conventional loan. Whatever happens, you will have a decent home for 5 to 10 years. Perhaps you could have maintained house hacking for a few more years and then bought a single-family home to fund more rents. It depends on how quickly you want to quit. Picture this: 2 rental properties, perhaps one doubling as an Airbnb, racking in a steady stream of $2,000 to $4,000 per month. On top of that, your side hustle brings in a solid $4,000 monthly. The path to financial freedom suddenly seems much more attainable, doesn't it? It's a streamlined journey, requiring only 5 to 10 hours per week, all managed from your laptop, no matter where you choose to be. And yes, you're still hustling, still keeping that side gig burning bright. The beauty of it all, remote work is entirely feasible. Many tasks can be tackled right from your phone or laptop. Even if you have a brick-and-mortar business, you can scale it with smart hiring strategies, freeing yourself from the daily grind. This is about living life on your own terms, not waiting until retirement age. You don't necessarily need $1 million stashed away. It's about making sacrifices, living within your means, boosting your income, and making astute investments. Real estate being one of the top contenders. Compare this to the stock market. It's like sprinting versus crawling. Yet, there are still plenty who opt for the latter. And here's the kicker: you can pursue work that truly ignites your passion. Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel. Until next time.